Hello all, this is Manjusha Bhosale from KK Polytechnic Nashik. Today we will see what are different commands for file manipulation in Linux. So this command includes listing of files and directories, then creating a file and writing content into the file, then concatenation of two or more files, then deleting a file, then how to rename the file, then copy the content of one file to another file, join two tables, then split a big file, then to print head and tail lines from the files, to create an empty file, and then how to save the output of any command to the file, and how to use that redirection operator. So the objective of this video is to execute the file manipulation commands. The commands are listed here. So let us start with the execution. As you all know, we are using the putty interface to establish the connection between Linux operating system, that is Linux server, and Windows operating system. I have already used the Linux server to access the terminal from Linux server, and I have logged in as root user, and now I am going to execute all these commands, and I will show you various operations of all these commands. So let us start with the terminal of Linux. Now very first command is ls command, which is used to list out all the files and directories in our account. So here you can list out the shell programming files, text files. These blue colors are directories, white colors are simple files, green colors shell program or executable files. So ls command is used to list out all the files. This ls command has various options. Suppose if I use -a with the ls command, then it will show you the directories which includes dot and dot dot. That means all the directories of this user, means root user, will be listed out here. Then the next option is ls-d, which is used to just list out one directory, that is dot. The next is ls-i, and this is used to list out all the inode numbers of all the files. So I stand for inode number, which is the unique identification number given to the file. It is like a pointer to the file. And then if I say ls-l, then here we can observe that there is a long list and with some more fields. So here you can see first column contain the permissions given to the file or directory, then the user, then the size of the file, then the time and date of the file creation, and then the name of the file. Now I am logging out from this session, and then again I am logging as simple user mpb, so that we can find out specific output for specific user, because root user has more privileges and it has more files in its. So let us start with the simple user. Now again I am starting with the ls command. So ls will give you the limited number of files that you have created in your directory. So here is the list. Blue colors are nothing but the directories, white color are simple files, and green color are executable files, or the files which has execute permission. Now if I use ls-i, then it will show me the inode number of all the files. And then if I use, now I am just clearing the screen, if I use ls-l, then this is very important to know that ls-l will give you the list of all the files but with more details. For example, here the first character indicate the type of file, which means whether it is a file or a directory. If it is a directory, then it will show you D, and if it is a file, then it will show you dash or hyphen. The next 9 characters shows the various combinations of permissions to various users, out of which 3 are for owner of the file, that is rwx, read write x for owner. Here for this abc file, rw, that is read write permission, are given to the owner. Read permission is given to the next user, that is group user, and read permission is given to the other or other word users. So this is the group of 9 character which has to divide into 3 characters. First 3 character group is for owner of the file, then is for group, and then is for other users. Then there is a username, group, size, time and date of creation, and then the name of file. Then next option that you can use with the ls command is, suppose ls question mark, and if you say enter, then it will show you the file names which has only 2 character name or 2 alphabet name, or 2 character which is a combination of alphabet and character. If I say triple question mark, then it will show you the 3 character names of files and directories. So this is how you can use wildcard characters also. If I say ls and then x star, then it will give me the file names which start with x. So star means star may be replaced by 0 or more character, x is treated as a starting character, and star is 0 or more character. The next you can use with the ls is, if you want to see the detail for particular file, then you can use ls-l, and suppose my file is abc, then here you can see the particular detail of particular file. Similar for inode, instead of l, if you use I, then it will show you the inode of specific file. So this is all about ls command, which is used to list out all the files and directories in the current working directory. I hope you have understood ls command. Now the next command we are going to see is cat command, which is used to create a file, that is cat. Then you have to use this command like greater than symbol, cat greater than symbol, and the name of file. So suppose my name of file is kkvag poly, and when I press enter, it will not give me prompt, but it will just blink the cursor where you have to write something, type something, and you can say, suppose hello, welcome to kkvag Polytechnic Nashik. So this is my text in the file, and then I have completed with this. So I will just press the Ctrl D button, and now the file is ready for view the content. So if I want to see the file content, then again I have to use the cat command. So first I will make it clear, and then I will use, so if you want to see that whether the file is created or not, then you can use ls command, and here is your file kkvag poly. And if you want to check the content, then you can use cat without that previous symbol, kkvag poly, and press enter, you will get your content. So this is the second use of cat command. First use was to create a file and to write the content into the file. Second use is to open the file and to check the content of file. And third use is, if you want to concat 2 files or 2 or more files, you can say kkvag poly, and further you can put any name, like suppose my recording, and enter. Then here you can observe that the content of your kkvag poly file and my recording file are concatenated together, but this change is not permanent, it is temporary. It will just show you the content concatenated. So this is the use of cat command. So we have seen 3 uses of cat command. First is to create a file and to write the content into the file. Second, to open the file to check the content of file, and third, to concat 2 or more files. Now next command is rm command, and rm command is used to remove the file. So if I say rm, and if I specify any file, suppose kkvag poly, then it will be removed. Then if you say ls, of course that file will not be listed here. But suppose I want to make it interactive, then use rm -i, and suppose my recording, my recording, then it will ask remove regular file my recording and question mark. Then you have to say either yes or no. If you say Y, it means yes, it will be confirmed that yes, I want to delete the file. And if you say N, it means no, I don't want to delete the file. So if I say yes, then the file will be deleted, and when I say ls, the file will not be here listed, not listing here. Now the next command is mv command, and mv command is used to rename the file. So suppose in this case, if I want to rename this TypeScript file, then mv, in front of mv you have to give the source, that is which file you want to rename, TypeScript, and the new name to the file. So suppose my new file name is kkvag poly. Now it is done. So if I say ls, now here you can see that TypeScript is not listed here, but kkvag poly is listed here. Now again, if I want to say that I want to change the name of this kkvag poly, and if I say -i, and if I am specifying the existing file name, for example kkwp, then it will ask me overwrite kkwp. Now why it is asking me? Because kkwp is already existing file and you are specifying its name to the kkvag poly file, so it will ask you whether you want to overwrite it. So if you say Y, it means yes, and it will be overwritten. So when you say ls, your new file will be kkwp here, which was listed here in the previous list. Now this is all about remove file and rename the file. Now the next command is cp command. Cp command is used to copy the content of one file to another file. For that, first I will create one file. First is a1 file, suppose, and the content is kkvag poly, and then it is done. And then my second file will be a2, and here will be Nashik, and it is done. Now you got the two files with two different content, and if I say cp a1 a2, then it will be copied. So if I open a1, then here is kkvag poly, and if I open a2, then it is having kkvag poly. So the content of a1 are copied to the a2, but these are like, it is overwriting the content. Okay, it will not be copied at the or appended at the end of the file. So cp will copy the content of one file to another file. First file will be source file, second file will be destination file. Now the next command is a join command, but for join command we need to use two tables which has common column, and I have created two tables. So suppose cat table 1, this is my first table, and cat table 2, this is my second table. Now there is a question that how to create a table. It's very simple. Only you have to use here tab button instead of space bar. Here and here you have to use tab, and here you have to press enter. Is it okay? That here you have to use tab and here you have to use enter. Tab, enter. This is very simple to create table, and here two columns are common, first roll number column. So if I use join table 1 and table 2, then you can see that the both tables are merged. Now they are not like concatenating, but they are merged. The two tables are merged together. If you go for the help on join, then you can use man command, and here you will see various options. Now one option is there, that is -t, use char as input and output field separator. So let us use this and check whether it will make a separation between two tables. So join -t, and if I use colon, press enter. Okay, nothing is happened. so that is not working, I think. No. Okay, leave it. The next command is split command, and split command is used to split a big file into smaller files. So I have already created a file that is a big file. So if I say cat and big file, some more lines are there in the file, and split command is used to split this file. So the syntax is like split and your file name. So if I place big file, then by default the 10 lines will be in the first file, then next 10 lines will be in the second line. So split means it is used to divide the file into number of small files. Okay, and then if I want to use a specific number of lines in the file, then I can specify, suppose 3 lines I want in each file, and the by default tag name is XAA XBB. Here you can observe that XAA XAB are the default file names, but if I want to change that tag, instead of X I want some another, so if I use M, then that will be treated as M. So split -3 big file M. Now this is the previous list that we have, and what happens after this we'll see. So ls, and now you can see that some more number of files are added here, and MAA, MAB, MAC are 3 files created due to this split file command. So split command is used to split the file into number of small files. Now next command is head command, and head command is used to, I will just clear this, it is used to print the heading lines or first 10 lines by default, otherwise you can specify the number by your own. Head, suppose big file, then it will just display the 10 lines, but if I say head and -5, then it will display 5 lines only. Similarly tel -5 and big file, then it will display the last 5 lines by default. If you are not specifying any number, it will display the last 10 lines. So this is the use of tel command and head command. Now the next command is touch command, and touch command is used to create the empty files. So if I say touch B1, B2, B3, then it will create 3 files. See, ls, here are B3, B2, B1. These are empty files. Afterwards you can open it and you can write the text into it. Now the last part of this practical is file saving and redirection operator. So if I want to save the output of any command into a file, then I can use the redirection operator. That is, suppose ls is the command, and the output of ls command I want to store in some out.txt file, and if I say enter, and if I say ls, here you can see that out.txt will be created. Here is the file, and if I open it, out.txt, then it will show me all the file names and directory names on each line. Okay, so this is called as redirecting output. Now we will see how to append the content of one file to another file. So first we will create 2 files. So cat c1, suppose kkwp poly, done, cat c2, suppose Nashik, done. And now I want to append the content of c1 to c2. So for that cat c1, now here we have to use double redirection symbol and then second file name, and then press enter. And when you see the c2 file, here you can see the content of C2 will be as it is, and the content of C1, that is kkw poly, will be appended to the C2. And if I say cat C1, then the content of C1 will be as it is. So this is for sixth practical. We have already executed all these commands, and I hope you all have understood this. Thank you all.